Good afternoon, families. It is Friday, February 10th, 2023, and I am coming to you with our Mydas Turtle Talk vlog for the week. So, we are going to start with our top two for the week, and they are Valentine's Day and our 100 Things projects are due. So, for those Valentines, you got to write if you're participating in our 100 Things project, little bags of 100 collections. If you haven't finished them up, take some time this weekend and make sure that you bring them in and get them in for Monday so we can kind of prepare, get them organized and ready for our celebration on Tuesday. Just so you know, we have our holiday Valentine celebration on Tuesday, and we are having a party in the afternoon. So I think all of our things are taken care of on the sign up, so thank you very much for that. And I am looking forward to our celebration of all of that achievement. Our other point is we have no school coming up on Friday, February 24th for Records and Planning Day, getting us ready for conferences. That's coming up, so just kind of make sure that's on your calendar and radar. All right, so let's get into the week. We only have 2 more days until the 100th day of school. We are all pretty excited. So I hope that you are talking and counting through all sorts of different amounts of stuff. We are 100 days bigger, taller, smarter, harder working, and it really does show. So I hope you are seeing the amazing things that I see here at school, which is why I do these vlogs, just to give you some of that, what are we doing and how is it going? So let's get into it. So with reading, we've kind of moved back into centers after finishing our work through the mitten. We're practicing activities which are self-selecting activities, looking for books that you can find and read on your own. Choosing different reading and writing activities, writing a story at our writer's workshop, or looking at sight words, high frequency words, writing them down, and then actually using magnet letters, kind of like things like these, and putting together different words. While all that's happening within the classroom independently, I'm at my table with small groups of students, and we are reading targeted high-frequency word decodable books. In our writing, we are working on 3-page or more stories. I think we have a 9-page story right now about a seed in an apple, which is pretty awesome. Just adding more and more detail and using our phonics to help us sound out words and draw bigger and greater pictures. It's been really cool. In preparation for Valentine's Day as well, we have made some beautiful heart-shaped people. And on our heart-shaped people, we wrote about things that we love. What is love to us? So we've had some fantastic answers about family and pets and all sorts of really good things. And I just want you to know that we have a fantastically wonderful class. The things that we have been drawing and writing about, things that we care about and love, are just wonderful and beautiful. So we have a great class. So thank you for that. I hope you get to see and appreciate that. In phonics, we've been finishing up the letters E, Z, and K. We've begun reading short decodable books actually in our phonics, and what those targeted decodable books look like are using the letters and the high-frequency words that we know to have targeted practice to sound out short, small stories and practice not only sounding out with the skills that we know, but help learning things like remembering what a story is about, predicting what happens next, putting that story when you retell it in order. Things that our Mitten project really kind of honed in on. In math, we finished up our initial comparing unit by looking at objects with corresponding numbers. Looking at 2 different sets of things. Think like baseball teams. Figuring out what the score for each team was, and then comparing and identifying which score was greater than, which score was less than, and how do you know that? So counting things, writing it down. In preparation for our 100th day, we also have made some 100 dot glasses, and today we also made 100 Fruit Loop necklaces, which I gotta tell you, smells pretty Fruit Loopy in our classroom at the moment. And for those of you math lovers out there, that's 18 students at 100 Fruit Loops apiece. We threaded and laced 1,800 Fruit Loops for that project. That's a lot of Fruit Loops. So fantastic. In science, we've been doing all sorts of things. We've been comparing 2 different size balls and how they roll differently, how their weights are different, how does that compare, and how does that change the way they do things like roll. And then we even tried knocking things over. Is there a difference between our ping pong ball and our rubber baseball? And then we even tried using a straw to see, can we move one of these balls by just using our air power and not touching them at all with our hands. Then we got real fancy and we used a yardstick in this ball, and partners worked together to drop a ball from the top of a yardstick, so the same each time, and count how many bounces it has to try to figure out what makes things bouncy and what makes things bounce well. That said, for science, we're kind of been moving into ramps in a little bit and how things roll down ramps, and that brings us to our read aloud. We finished Mouse and the Motorcycle today, which was pretty awesome. It culminated today on our Fun Friday special snack day. We got to use our extra Fruit Loops from our math project today, and we finished our Mouse and the Motorcycle. And I'm not going to spoil the ending for you, but there were a few twists and turns where Ralph the Mouse got caught under a glass by a couple of teachers in a room down the hall, and then he got locked outside of a second floor window and even had to find his courage and perseverance to help the boy Keith when he fell ill with a fever. So because we were having some special Fruit Loop special snack and we finished our story, we got to start watching the beginning of the 1986 after-school ABC special version of The Mouse and the Motorcycle with a fantastically very well dated mouse. It's very wonderful and very cute, and it follows the story almost exactly. So we're going to kind of be touching in on that a little bit, just to kind of wind up our Mouse and the Motorcycle read aloud before we choose our next read aloud as well. But that's it. We've had a fantastic week. I hope you have too. The sun is out. It's cold. Stay warm. The 100th day and Valentine's Day is coming. Good luck. I'll see you on the next week. Have a wonderful weekend. Bye.